Oh, technique. Oh, yeah, my ship is still zooming, isn't it? This is gonna keep on telling me that then. Alright, hi. Is there still gonna be wind effects in the cutscene? No, lame. Imagine. I knew you could do it, guys. Now I can realize the engine I had so perfectly calculated. Is it an inline 6 like mine? Alright, everyone, we're almost through. Hold on. I've almost got this. Oh, is there gonna be a cutscene in a second here where you start flying through the air? Switch this over here. And it's ready. My masterpiece. That sure got bigger. My brand new Technique engine is complete with flight capabilities. Not only that, I've devised an innovative control system. Very innovative. If that button was a little bit bigger, it would look like something I'd hammer. Ship-Shape Island's new engine will let it move even faster through the ocean. Oh, so it upgrades that too. You act like you designed it. You unlock the super fast speed like right at the end of the game, I guess. Perfect. There's nothing stopping us from getting to Fortress Zocket now. My Technique engine will take us into the sky and right over the barrier. A little bit of a hiccup there. One detail remains. A current that gets us to Fortress Zocket. Once we're near the fortress barrier, come and talk to me. Once you two come talk to me, I'll know to start up the engine. Okay, so... let's see here. Okay, I keep on using the right stick up and down to try and zoom in and out. I have to keep on remembering that's L and R. Alright, so... is there even faster sailing? I assume it just takes my faster sailing and ups the speed. Is it faster? Is that faster than it was before? Maybe? But if you didn't tell me it was, I would have never guessed. If so. It doesn't seem that much faster. Here, I may as well go save really quickly. Oh my goodness, the lag. Okay, go ahead and save. I'm at 43 hours now. Almost. 20 seconds, I'm at 43 hours in this game. Okay, so... time to fly through the sky. Like the beautiful birds we are. Off, please. I had to press it a few times. We're close now to the fortress barrier. Are we ready to press on to Fortress Zocket? Sure. Let's fly, and with all the islands with us. Wait, so we get to Fortress Zocket presumably by landing on the other side of the barrier. Are all the islands just gonna, like, plop down? Like, there can't be that much space there. They're gonna land on the barrier, get destroyed. This is making me think that we're probably gonna, like, hover in the air while we airdrop down. Is what it's probably gonna actually do. I don't know. Good. Take it away, Princess Peach. The flight engines are installed. Start the Technique engine. Also, if I can fly now, doesn't that mean that, like, I never have to follow currents ever again? I could just go straight to whatever my destination is. Bet you the game probably isn't gonna let me do that. This is gonna be a rather big shock for everyone on islands, isn't it? Everyone on their islands just big chilling is probably like, oh my god, what the heck? As they get blown away. Everyone falls into the ocean. Those islands are so screwed. We immediately plop down. Oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was. A lot bigger of an area here. Oh, we don't get to see what happens with the islands. Lame. Flight engines are cut. We're right where we're supposed to be. Safe and sound. No booster issues detected. Wow. We actually flew. Yeah, I imagine we just destroyed so many communities. Yes, with a few small tweaks, we can do it again. My design was perfect. We flew over the barrier. Everything went exactly as I calculated it would, and you calculated that by default I can only go once and has to be tweaked to do it again. Now we can get into Fortress Zocket. We can make our move anytime we're ready. Be sure you're prepared. This could be the big one. Yeah, I think I will beat this game tonight. You can now travel to far-off currents in a flash. I can! Okay. It is like I thought I would be. I thought for sure the game wouldn't be cool enough to do it, but it was cool enough to do it. Try pressing Y on the ocean map screen. You can fly to any current, no matter how far off it is. Okay. Marvel of engineering. A certain special engine will enable you to move immediately to other currents. So would this have worked basically the same way if it was the underwater one? Press minus to open the ocean map screen, choose a current you want to go to with L, then activate the engine with Y. Ship Island will move to the current you selected. That's cool. Pressing further in the main story will cause some side quests to expire. It will? Be sure to check your quest list for any side quests with red balloons. I thought I did them all. The new ones become red? Holy shit. I agree. I agree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18! Like, I get that before each next major island, maybe there's like 1 or 2 timed quests that you're doing. That's one thing. Or it's like, do them quick or else they're about to expire. But before you go to the, like, final dungeon, 18 additional quests are going to expire. And as a reminder, I did all the other timed quests before this point, including one that didn't show that it was timed yet, being the Visiting Bowser. So if all the ones that were blue before, I left as blue, that would then include the Visiting Bowser one, and it would actually be 19 right now rather than 18. So there are 19 quests in this game that don't tell you that they're timed quests until just before going to the final dungeon, and then they suddenly become timed quests. And again, why are they timed quests? Like, what story reason makes them unable to do? Like, I've gotten it when it comes to the ones where it's like, oh, here, well, I was about to say, yeah, I've gotten it when it comes to the ones like Techniki and what's-her-face's, a Daphne's Past. But even that one, I feel like you could have just done that quest afterwards, and then you see that there was, like, the context between the two. Like, it doesn't necessarily need to be before. Sure, you get, like, a better story experience by doing it before, but it shouldn't be, like, a requirement, I don't think. The only ones I feel like make for sure sense as being required ones, well, not required ones, but, like, for sure timed ones, like, they're required to be timed, are ones where it's, like, Connie is going and visiting an island and you find out more about her mentor. Or that time that they went to go see Chilliam's dad and get, like, his approval for the wedding or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, obviously that has to take place before the wedding. So there are some that do make sense why they have to be timed quests. And it's, like, they could have absolutely made it, like, mandatory story content, but instead it's side quests and you have the option of doing them, but, or you can be locked out of them forever. So, like, I can't be too upset at those because they do feel necessary. But I feel like 70%, maybe 75% of the timed quests in this game, maybe even more than that, just feel like such unnecessary stuff to do. They just feel like generic side quests where it's like, why is this timed? And again, why are there a whole bunch here that aren't timed here and a bunch that are? Treasure Hunting Brothers is not timed, but all these things are timed. Gloam Goblik is not timed. Grombla Gone Good is a timed one. I can only find out how Grombla is doing through this side quest before going to the final dungeon. Holy shit. Wow. Beating it tonight, huh? What a game. This game is already over 20 hours on a standard playthrough, but what the fuck is this padding? I mean, considering my playtime right now, I know that a lot of this has been rambling. I know that a lot of it has been going around doing the timed quests. But if I had to guess, taking off all the timed quests and taking off my rambling, like if I was just committing to the story stuff, I would have to at least be well over 30 hours in at this point. I think saying this game is already over 20 hours on a standard playthrough is probably really generous. I think that that's like very much an underestimation. It's gotta be at least 30 if you're even just bum rushing the story content. Surely, with my 43 here, right? There can't be that much of the game left. Not padding technically, but still bullshit. Yeah, it's not necessary padding. But by having content that you're gonna be locked out of forever if you don't do it now, it makes you feel like you want to do it. That's why I've done all the timed quests up to this point, is because even though I really haven't been the biggest fan of this game and I haven't really thought it's the best, I like at least having my games in a 100%able state, even if I don't 100% them. Like a really good example of that was Nier Replicant, where there's a time skip. There's I believe it's 5-year, a 5-year time skip at the midpoint of the story. And literally exactly 50% of the quests are pre-time skip, and 50% of the quests are post-time skip. So if you get every single quest done before the time skip, it'll show you 50% quest completion, and then you're good to go to the time skip. I had no intention of 100% in Nier Replicant, that's never happening, but still, because I knew I'd be locked out of them, I did every single pre-time skip quest in Nier Replicant, just in case I ever get, like, the Nier Replicant itch, and I want to go back and, like, 100% the game. Then I can do so with my existing save file, rather than needing to start completely anew. So, I'm not really the biggest fan of timed quests in video games when it comes to those in general, because I like the idea of I can just continue with my same save file. I don't need to start completely anew because there's something that I screwed up the first time, or content that I missed. I'm really surprised that a Mario and Luigi game ended up having timed quests. But this, oh my god, this is absolute insanity. And they can't be at all important, right? So before this point, I've done all the timed quests because it's like, oh, it's just a few, and it's not the worst thing ever. But now, if that's the final dungeon and leads up to final boss, what I'm honestly leaning towards, again, I never want to have a save file in the state where it's like I've completely screwed it. I'm honestly kind of leaning towards, here's this save where it's like before I went to the final dungeon, and then here's this slot here where I go beat the game tonight, and then I put it down, and then if randomly I ever get the itch, I load this file, and then I beat the game on that. Like, it's just one dungeon, and then final boss, presumably, right? That'll be left, so it won't be that much to redo, probably. I don't know, because I was willing to do it before, but this is a bit much. I could do, like, several streams in a row of just doing side quests. And hey, it'd make this series longer in terms of, like, views on YouTube. This is definitely one of the most popular series I've done for a decent while. If I really cared about that, I could just make this even longer. But I honestly really don't want to. I think I'd rather just beat it. Because, I mean, how entertaining is all this other stuff really gonna be anyway? Probably not very. Yeah, there's no telling how long they are. So I don't really know how long I would be here. Like, how many more hours of content is that? Is that gonna be like another 10? Who knows? It probably won't be 10. I mean, if there's 18 here, if there's 18, let's say that they're all 20 minutes. So like 3 per hour. So divide 18 by 3 and we have 6. So if all of these quests take me 20 minutes, that's an additional 6 hours of timed quests. And I kind of don't want to do that, quite frankly. Hello, Girkoviak. I'm doing pretty alright. I'm a little bit ticked off at this game right now. What if every quest ends up being timed? Most of them are at this point, so I wouldn't put it past this game. There's more timed ones than untimed ones. Well, maybe that might not be true. Maybe there's more blue ones around the world that I just haven't accepted. No, wait. These are all the ones that I've accepted. And these are ones that I haven't even accepted. So this is all the blue quests. So there is more timed quests in this game than untimed quests. Why? Why did they fill a Mario and Luigi game with timed quests? Where literally most of the quests in the game are timed. In Paper Jam, all the bonus content took, you believe, 30 hours. It'd probably be something like that, like for all of it in this game. Like, well, all the time quests I've done up to this point, I wonder how much of my total playtime that's been. Because holy crap. It is unreal. Also, if this is a different save, I may as well get, like, the best stuff now. Because this has got to be, like, all there is. Hold on. Let me look up really quickly. Mario and Luigi Brothership guide. If I could pull up some guide and just see, like, the different sections. Let me just confirm. Story walkthrough, game 8. Oh, this is a really long page that goes through, like, everything there. Hold on. Let's scroll to around the bottom here. Okay, that was the island with the, whatever the heck. Soil tree. After collecting all your allies' bonds into the watering can, head over to the solid tree in the same location where Fortress Zocket used to be on the ocean map. How I just completely spoiled myself. Are these all side quests? I'm going to a different guide. Walkthrough, IGN. Let's see here. So the chapters here. It shows... Hold on a hot second. Let's pull it onto this screen. Change my input. Okay, see what's going on here. But yeah. That also looked like kill an unreasonable amount of piranha plants, so not exactly super fun stuff there. If it makes you feel any better, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart isn't full of unnecessary crap. I have 99% complete save file with 15 hours of playtime. I should have been playing that game instead, huh? I should have been doing. Okay, so I did the lush green sea. I did the colorful sea. I did the burning sea. I did the gold shock sea. And I guess I'm on Storm Star Sea now, right? Is that what this is? Hold on. Oh, no. Does it say? Storm Star Sea. Yeah, that there. And there's this here that I... Oh, I could use Technique Engine to go there. This is what I could do. Yeah. So, Conductor Island, I did that. I did Jellyfish Island. Fortress Zocket. This has got to be, like, the first time, right? Is what this is the guide for. Solitary. Hold on, let's see here. Was this the first visit? Where it's like, I go there, they've got Bowser Jr., yeah, and then the Gloam, and then I do the stuff with Gloam Bowser and all that. Yeah. Stop Zocket's plans. I don't... Wait. When you return to Fortress Zocket after upgrading Ship-Shaped Island to fly over the barrier, would underwater not be a solution then? I am curious to look that up. Approach the reinforced door to get through it. Okay, then there's all this guide. Is this what there is? Is the Solitary like post-game content? Full extension. I'm not spoiling myself too much, am I here? Like, it's pretty expected that I face them here. And then you don't get spoiled too. And then there's probably a final boss. Let me just scroll past those images. Just read here. After defeating Zocket and unlocking the Gloam Guard battle plug, then like true final boss. Yeah, I already figured that. Okay, it doesn't sound like that's the end, is what it sounds like. Because if it was just like a little smidge left and that was it, then I would not do any of these timed quests. But if there's still a decent bit, Solitary, unless this is just like a battle and like end. Solitary walkthrough, Stronghold of Loneliness, a peaceful place, Peach's Castle Challenge, Mushroom Dreams, Wake from This Nightmare, The Light of Brothership, final boss battle. There might actually be a decent bit of game here left. I was kind of hoping this Solitary thing would just be like a post-game thing. Yeah, and then you go to a... Yeah, there's a whole bunch of little things after that. Holy shit. Yeah, all those chapters that I was reading out, they're not post-game content. It's actually like multiple full-on required chapters. So, do I do these stupid time quests after all? Oh my god. My input back over so I can see the game. From what I'm seeing there's actually a hefty amount of game left. That's what it looks like. Yikes! Man. Rift Apart is the most fun I've had playing a game all year. Genuinely, it was like playing a PS2 era game, where it doesn't waste your time or ask you to buy DLC or send you on 80 side quests, but it has the bonuses of a modern game, like beautiful graphics, polished gameplay, etc. Genuinely brilliant. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll end up playing the Ratchet and Clank games one day. I should have as a kid. Thinking about making a video on my thoughts about certain games I've played during 2024. Would you be willing to give some tips on what to do when embranching on such an endeavor? I don't think I've ever seen the word embranching before. Colorful wording there. Like what to watch out for while writing the script, how to credit and what to credit, if I wanted to use other people's recordings for the background, and how to know if it's even all right to do and stuff like that. I mean, the way that I handle credit, I'd say, is definitely a lot better than, like, I don't want to seem high and mighty here, but then, like, 99% of content creators. Because, like, I want to find out what someone's background music is in videos, and it just won't be, like, anywhere in the description or comments or anything like that. And I just have to hope I either know it or someone has said in comments what it actually is, and it sucks, and I can't find things a lot of the time. Or, like, a whole bunch of, like, just clips of other things a lot of people usually use without credit. I always try to make, like, a doc and link it or have it all in the description and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, but yeah, I would be willing to do that there if you want, like, some tips there. I'm not exactly a professional or anything, and don't exactly handle it the way as most content creators, but I might go back and start and play New Game Plus. Biggest complaints of Rift Apart are, number 1, there's one small sub area where it has glitchy physics, and 2, the game isn't long enough, beat it but want to play more. Yeah, so not a super long one there. Let's poll it? What, for, like, whether I do these timed quests or not? Because, I mean, they're not really gonna matter. Look, they're everywhere. That's already stream 10. Yeah, it's already more streams than I've probably done for any of my other, like, playthroughs of a Mario RPG on this channel. Maybe, like, maybe not Sparks of Hope. I did a lot in Sparks of Hope. Not being serious. Besides, don't do them. Don't get sucked in. Do the other save here and just bum rush through and beat it tonight. Because I kind of want to be freed from this curse. If I ever really want to, I can always load that other save and then redo the stuff at the end on my own time. But I really don't think that I'd ever have that itch realistically. Really don't think I would. Doesn't need to be super long, but 20 hours for 99% completion instead of 15 hours would be nice. That being said, it is encouraging you to play New Game Plus, so maybe it works. I mean, gotta be honest. Oh, about the Ratchet and Clank stuff. Apparently not super long there. Sucked in implies immersion or something of the like. Yeah, that's true. I can offer you freedom. The placid plastic ducks call for you. It's 10 p.m. right now. Let's say I streamed for like 5 more hours. It'd be like 3 in the morning, so like a pretty standard late night stream for me. And it is a Friday. It's a great night to do it. Could I do 2 dungeons? Or it sounds, from what it sounds like, from what I was reading there, it sounded like 1 major dungeon and then 1 rapid fire mini dungeons, and then the game is beaten. Is what it sounded like. 5 a.m. Poor you. What does side quest do for the game? Nothing. Just give me, like, equipment and funds and whatever the heck else side quests typically do. There's no reason for them to be timed. Don't really fix anything about only add more game, which the game is already so much not fun. Maybe they filled this game with timed quests because they wanted to, get their playtime up. Because again, it's not necessary content, but if you don't want to, like, if you decide to 100% the game later, you'd have to start a fresh new save, so you feel inclined to do these quests. So, it is a very strong inclination to do them, but, like, I am very tired of this game. I have that other save file. This is Final Stretch. I just think Final Stretch is gonna be a little bit longer than I was initially expecting. Screw it. I'm going this way. If on, like, this part, or, like, some of the later parts, people express in the comments on the YouTube side, like, wow, I really enjoyed the Mario and Luigi Brothership playthrough. It's, like, one of my favorite playthroughs that you have ever done. I'd really love to see you do those timed quests. Then I could potentially go back and do them. But I feel like anyone watching this is probably just gonna want it to be done as well. In a sense, like the main story stuff. Like, even when the game is being bad, there's at least stuff to laugh about. But during side quests, it's just... it's not fun. It's not fun bad. It's just content is all it really is. So I don't think it's very worth it. Also wondering, as for the script, definitely won't be able to get that much into things because you played through 40 games last year. What I already wrote for one of them would take you almost 10 minutes to read, making nearly 7 hours if you want to cover all of them. Want to know if an opinion is set up well enough? I'd say that's very context dependent. It's kind of hard to say. Probably some stupid reason like it's to build connections throughout the world. Oh yeah, it probably is that, isn't it? Let's say I hate TTC and SM64, and of that 10-minute portion, I would fill around a minute to build up my opinion that the game, while revolutionary for its time and still a great game today, has its big drawback in sections like 8 red coin star and TTC. Yeah, I'd say if something like that feels right to like properly establish like the context of what you're saying, it can make sense to do that. It can just depend on like how long do you think that can engage a viewer? Like, does the build up result in enough payoff, or is the build up like engaging enough? And also like how much is it onto like your own workload too? Despise content for content's sake, it's part of the reason why I can't get into open world games like Assassin's Creed or Skyrim. Yeah, I mean, it also depends kind of which of the Assassin's Creed games you play. Like, do something like the more linear older ones, and you can just kind of bum rush the main story content if you want. But yeah, playing Origins, Odyssey, and now starting Valhalla. Holy crap. My goodness. Gonna try to do something from here. Okie doke, sounds good there. If you have any questions, you can send me a message on Discord. Here, let's go. Screw, I'm doing it. I have my separate save. Screw those timed quests. Screw this game. Why does it have timed quests? I hate it. Pain.